Welcome back to the Xmen event of the year, 10 of Swords. And we're looking at Xmen number 14 today. This is an interesting concept. Unfortunately, it didn't land for me in the best way that I wanted to, and I'm going to get into why. But I definitely want to share all my thoughts about it, look at this whole issue, and back at the history of Arakko from a different perspective. We're looking at it from Genesis' perspective instead of the summoner. It's very different than the way that the summoner told his tale. We have Jonathan Hickman writing, Mahmud Asrar and Leinil Francis Yu both doing art, colors by Sunny Go and Clayton Cowles on letters, Tom Muller on design. We open up and Apocalypse and Genesis are talking in the garden of the Starlight Citadel. Apocalypse wanted to be alone and have some peace there, preparing for the battle tomorrow. But Genesis went to join him because she wanted to recount her own story of the history of Arakko, her fall from grace, and how she became annihilation. She wanted to share that with Apocalypse, and he really wasn't feeling it first and foremost. And, that's honestly what we get from this whole issue. And you could say that this honestly is a complete recap and a retelling of Xmen number 12. This is the story that the High Summoner told, but only this time it's from the perspective of Genesis. And that's the issue. So, I want to be honest about all of this. I felt a little disappointed in what we got from today. While still good, truly, this was an entire issue with pretty much the exact same art from Xmen 12. Unfortunately, that doesn't really sit well with me, or the kind of money that we're spending on these books, on these events. So look, this was good. I enjoyed it. It doesn't strike huge for consumer confidence. And so I'm just going to be honest about how I feel. Let us pick back up in the pages here. This is the story of a world split in two, Arakko and Krakoa, separating husband from wife, the Twilight Sword splitting the world in two, and Apocalypse being left behind, clearly not being strong enough to lead the forces against their enemies. What should never have been cleaved in two was separated forever. How do I describe the sound of the chasm closing? As if 1,000 angels died screaming bloody thunder. I know that number is low. It was deafening, maddening, the alien song of the world of Amenth. So, like I said, Genesis retells the same story of the White Sword and his 100 warriors rising again every night to fight off the hordes of the forces of Amenth. We talk of the creations of the alchemists and engineers, bringing these works of wonder, and she retells the story of this fight for survival, never knowing defeat, but yet all of them being made soft on the inside of the kingdom, knowing only its comforts. She tells again the story of Idol, predicting the fall of Arakko, but a difference in her telling of the story where she returns to find Iska, the unbeaten, her sister, whose power is that she can never lose. Iska wasn't there to represent their home and family, Genesis recounts. She had been sent to invite me to parley with annihilation at the seat of the Golden Helm's power, the capital city of Amenth. She begged. I broke. Though it shames me to say it, I told her I would hear what the Golden Helm had to say. I would entertain the words of annihilation. When Genesis found was that there was no hope for Arakko. With the breeding of these vast amounts of mutant demon hybrids, Genesis still fought annihilation, and she took her head, only to have the Helm take Genesis' own life for its own. She says she did not know what victory meant. She did not know what it cost. Whoever defeats the Helm claims the Helm. Whoever wears that crown controls the land. So you see, it's called annihilation for a reason. The Golden Helm is the only thing that keeps the Amenthi horde in check. Without it, the demons of that dark world would consume everything or die trying. She says that she kept from wearing the helmet for a full 100 years, watching mutants die as towers fell. Apparently, when the gateway was exposed, reopened by them, when that gateway they had fought to close was opened once again, she put on the helmet of annihilation and led the forces of Arakko moving forward to Krakoa. And this final conversation between Apocalypse and her, he tells her to fight the helmet's will, that they cannot take Krakoa. And the final words are of Genesis, saying that she will see what Krakoa has to offer and of what Apocalypse has to offer as well. And apparently she means in battle. This story ends with a white page saying, "Make more mutants, destroy our enemies, and defend this broken land." And this, I suppose, is the anthem of Arakko moving forward, ending with another prophecy. The daughter of Idol, a prophet herself, spoke these words: "Only under the black moon will the two become one. A white light will judge them, and a red land will see them split forever. Make of that what you will." So again, I want to offer my same thoughts and feelings. Again, this art is beautiful. Absolutely loved it. And the dark words of prose in this book, truly a thing of beauty. But I really want to make myself clear here. The fact that this book itself was filled with the majority of reprinted art, and even close to the same exact words as the issue of X-Men just one back, it's gonna make a lot of people reconsider buying all of these events. I'll be honest, I'm really into what Jonathan Hickman is creating as far as his ideas for this series go, within the X-Men. I'm even way more into what Benjamin Percy is putting into the Dawn of X. But I lost a lot of confidence today, unfortunately, and I'm going to finish picking up Ten of Swords, but I likely won't get into another full event anytime in the near future. The rumor is even that Percy's leaving the X book soon, and that'll probably make me leave those titles possibly as well. So hey, look, I hope Hickman has some great stuff coming up for the future of X-Men. I want to stay confident that this X-Men series will end with a bang and really pay off deep at the conclusion. But most of all, I want to hear what everyone has to say. Am I being overly critical? Would y'all feel good about having the same reprinted art on this book with, very little change in the written prose? And are y'all still on board for this? I'll be honest, House of X, Powers of 10, I'll tell you, this was my favorite short series written in years in comic books. And, I just wish that Ten of Swords was living up to the hype that one miniseries really got. I'm really wanting to stay involved with the X titles. And hang on for Ten of Swords. Let me know what y'all think. Support your local comic shop. You are the gateway into comics. See you on the next video.